In 2010, Elisa Miguel High School elected an openly gay person to their homecoming court, to the chagrin of several parents, but they didn't care. They openly elected that person because they accepted that person, they loved that person, and they wanted that person to be on homecoming court. In 2024, just a couple of months ago, we were asked to enshrine in this California Constitution the right for same-sex marriages. Proposition 3. Overwhelmingly, Elisa Viejo voted in favor of enshrining that right. In 2018, MAGA Mayor then, Dave Harrington, brought forward this idea to fly the pride flag. It was not opposed except for by one, who has not brought it up since. The values that are being promulgated in this resolution are not the values of Elisa Viejo. This city has real problems. I am not kidding. We have real problems that require real leadership. I was hesitant at first when my Mayor Pro Tem Max Duncan got elected, because I thought we wouldn't be able to work together. I was wrong. He came forward, we have worked collaboratively on countless projects. We all sat down for the first time in history that I can recall to talk about our joint goals and strategies for this city. We came up with a list. We are facing budgetary problems. We are facing infrastructure problems. You know what was not on that list? Whether to fly a flag. It's a waste of time and it's a waste of taxpayer dollars. As Mayor Pro Tem Duncan mentioned, there are 5 deputies here today, and there need not be. There is no reason for this. It's a political stunt. I'm wondering if we cannot bill the campaign of Mike Munzing for all of these costs. We don't stand for performative stunts in this city. We are here, we are elected to represent the betterment of our community and to represent our constituents. And while Mike has previously said he represents 52,000 people, the only 2 people on this council elected at large and represent 52,000 people are myself and Mayor Pro Tem Max Duncan. Mike represents a district of 10,000. He doesn't represent 52,000 people. I do.
Yeah!
Budgetary problems. If you were here earlier, you see that we are going into a deficit. And as Councilmember Hurt mentioned, we have been pulling our reserves since 2018. And in layman's terms, that means we are paying for our lifestyle with our savings, which are diminishing. So why would you bring this initiative now? As somebody else mentioned, Target brought a similar initiative to distance itself from DEI programs. It has suffered a massive financial loss as a result, to the tune of millions of dollars in months. Why would you hurt our businesses? Why would you hurt our sales tax? Why, when we are facing fiscal instability, would you pull this kind of political stunt? I know that I imagine that this is going to pass 3-2. I want everybody to be prepared for that. That is wrong. It has flown on the bipartisan council since 2018. This city is more than the political stunts put forward by Mike Munzing, be it this, or be it him trying to get rid of DEI initiatives of the Boys and Girls Club. We have to reaffirm our commitment to everybody in this city. It costs us nothing to fly that flag. Nothing. And as Mayor Pro Tem Duncan said, people don't get upset when they see it. If they don't get upset and it sparks hope for one person, fly the damn flag.
Yeah!
And to the comments that indicated nobody takes notice of what flags are flying, you are wrong. Every single year that flag has flown, I, an amateur photographer, have gone out and taken photos because I am so freaking proud of our city. We are an inclusive place. People notice. People care. This is the most poorly written resolution I have ever seen in my 20 years of legal practice, where property, city property, is not even clearly defined. It's not just on flagpoles. He doesn't even define flag. Is it a shirt? Is it a hat? What is it? It's a really bad copy and paste job from ChatGPT. Which, by the way, in the legal profession, is malpractice. I understand that some of my colleagues will vote to uphold this ban. And I'm sorry, because I thought that they could be sensible. And I thought that they could come forward and say, this is just political stunts. This is what I ran against. And I cannot support this kind of baloney. They'll still vote to have this ban. Because at the end of the day, they want to silence people. They'll still vote for this ban, despite the fact that it means we are subjecting ourselves to litigation. I sat here and took notes of all of the people who came and spoke. And on every single one, I noted whether or not they claimed that this resolution had a discriminatory intent. And the reason why I did that is simple. Because if this resolution has a discriminatory intent, we are in trouble. I have already talked to the city attorney. We would have to go back and refute every single time somebody said this was discriminatory. That's over 47 times tonight. Shame on us. If it costs us nothing, and it helps one person, and it doesn't upset anybody else, fly the damn flag. At this point, I am not yielding the floor. As the mayor, I am entitled to decide who is going to make comments, and our code actually provides that I get to make the comments last. So the floor is not being yielded to anybody else other than for a specific, if somebody wants to make a motion.
I would like to make a point of clarification.
Point of clarifications have to do with procedural procedures, so go ahead and ask a procedural
Well, I
question.
would like to speak, and no one's ever restricted that in 13 years. Are you going to do that?
Yes.
The city attorney, you will.
If I could, Mayor and Council, the mayor has the ability to give the floor to council members. If a council member is dissatisfied with that call, then they can make a motion to override it. It would have to pass by the majority of the council.
By a simple majority or super majority?
A simple majority.
I would like to make a motion to the council to let me speak.
I'll second.
Yes, I'll let him speak.
Yeah, 3-2. Go ahead, Mike.
Very good. It appears that the mayor, though a bit of grandstanding, brought up the fact that I'm a moderator. There are numerous moderators on a Facebook account of which I am not often on. Just, I know who created it. Yeah, that being said, I don't have anything to do with moderating that account. As she also mentioned, a whole laundry list of flags that could not be flown. Mr. City Attorney, would it be appropriate this time to, from what I heard from Sean, the the flags are only flown over City Hall. I mean, I guess this is probably more of a motion, but, I will move that we pass this resolution with much clearer definition that this only applies to the flagpole above City Hall with a regular standard size flag of the American flag that currently stands, does not apply to any other locations in the city at all, in any other way. I'm assuming, Mr. City Attorney, that we can write that in such clarity that it is crystal clear, so as anybody's understanding that this will only apply to the flagpole in front of City Hall. And in an effort, as I've said before, not to bring division to any groups within the city, those who are here and those who are not here, we will only fly federal, state, local, and POW MIA out of respect for our military flags. I don't believe we've ever even flown that, but if that ever comes up, that is the only flagpole that we're talking about right outside the building. Does not apply to schools, streets, banners, buildings, any other item. That is my motion.
Let me clarify on point of order. You're asking us to approve the city attorney to write the resolution that you wrote to be more clear on it?
Clarify in that one area. I'm going to restrict it down to a flagpole.
So you're asking us to vote on something that hasn't been written yet because you wrote it so poorly?